What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Spicy 4K Action channel. Today we are doing another Steelbook unboxing. Surprise, surprise. 4K Steelbook unboxing, of course. So yeah, let's get right on into it. This is a Lionsgate release. As we all know, Lionsgate just continues to kill it with these 4K Steelbooks. The artwork is usually incredible. And they're always reasonably priced. They're all around that $20 mark, so you really can't go wrong if you like any of these movies. I haven't collected them all, but I do have a decent amount of them for sure. But they just released this week the 2022 thriller Fall. We get it on 4K, and you get it the unrated version of it, not the PG-13 version they had in theaters. Of course, what does that entail? Well, about 30 F words. That's about it. There's no added gore or anything to this. It's literally 30 F words. We'll get into that just briefly here, but did want to show this off because this is just another knockout from Lionsgate. Really do like this slipcover on there. It's got the two girls and the vultures there on the back. Obviously, you got the two girls on the tower here on the front, and you got the daytime scene. You do got the vulture here, and then, of course, the vulture on the back. You take that slipcover off, and just beautiful looking image of them at night on the tower. And, of course, they got the vulture on the back. I like these continuations. I don't think I've said that in a lot of my videos, but when the image on the front is a continuation to the image on the back, it's usually a lot better than just some random nonsense on the back. So we will show you the spine here. Not too much going on as usual, but that is okay. You do get the 4K and the Blu-ray disc with this, as well as a digital code. I have already taken these discs out so I could show you the inside artwork here. So not too shabby, showing you the tower there. Of course, this makes more sense showing it this way so you can see it. So very nice Steelbook from Lionsgate. Again, very, very nice. As far as the disc art, the 4K disc is them at night, and then the Blu-ray is going to be the same picture. It's supposed to be in the day. So, little slight difference there. Talking about the movie itself, I like this movie. I saw this movie not in theaters, but shortly thereafter it went to streaming. I believe it still is on streaming. I think it's on Hulu. So if you haven't checked this movie out, I would highly recommend you check it out on a streaming platform before just, you know, throwing money at a release just to see if you like it. It is maybe not for everyone, but it's a fun thriller. You know, it's a movie. There's a lot of aspects of this movie that are kind of, you know, fake, but it's really cool. You know, it's a ride for sure, a thrill ride, especially if you're scared of heights. This movie might not be for you. Yeah, I mean, it kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat for the whole movie. At least I think so. Runtime is about an hour and 50 minutes, maybe a little under that. But it seems to fly by pretty quickly. It's got good pacing. I think the two female actresses in this movie did a great job. I don't really know them from anything else. They look familiar, so I'm sure I've seen them in other stuff, but I'm just not familiar with their names or what they've done. But I thought they did a great job. And there is some special features on here. And watching them, you learn a little bit about this movie, how it was made. They really tried to stick to a lot of practical effects. They actually did film these two girls on a tower for the whole movie. Yes, there's CGI in the fact that they're not really 2,000 feet up off the air, but the tower they built was 100 feet in the air. It was in the desert. They had lots of issues with storms, winds, flying ants. It is a really cool feature, so check out the making of Fall on the bonus features. And another thing to note, all the bonus features are on the 4K disc, so you don't need to switch over to the Blu-ray to check them out. And I believe one of those features, what is it? Creating the Impact of Fall, which is an 18-minute segment. I didn't get through all of it, but it was a good feature. It's only on the 4K for whatever reason. So I thought that was interesting. It does have a music video on here. And then, like I said, it does have the making of Fall, which is about a 15-minute segment. Of course, it also has commentary from the director, producer, and writer. Well, the director Scott Mann wrote and directed this film, so he's on there, and then you got producer James Harris as well. It's got a music video for like the one song they have in this movie, if you're interested in that, and then there's a theatrical trailer that they have as well. So it's not, you know, jam-packed full of special features, but it has enough to keep you interested if you're, you know, really into this movie and want to see how they did it. This was filmed in the Shadow Mountains of Mojave Desert in Eastern California, just pretty much, you know, 40 minutes outside of Vegas. It's not far from the state line, honestly. But yeah, watching the special features and seeing them up on the tower doing their own stunts was really cool. There is CGI in this movie, as I've mentioned, but it was cool hearing the director that they really wanted to keep with as much practical effects in this as much as possible. The CGI is all really that opening scene where she loses her husband slash boyfriend, whoever that was. But yeah, anyway, going back to the unrated version that has 30 F words added to it, not added. So apparently during the filming of this, they weren't sure what rating they were going for at first. So the actresses kind of just let out and were dropping F-bombs left and right. You know, it's not excessive. It's not like there's 100 of them, but there is a few, 20 or 30 or so. And during when Lionsgate picked this up and wanted to put it in theaters, they had to get rid of the F words. This movie is shot on IMAX. It's had a $3 million budget. There was no way for them to go back and re-edit and reshoot this. So lo and behold, the director, Scott Mann, actually he works for some AI company, and they were able to literally AI out the F words and put in, you know, freaking and whatever else they wanted to substitute the F word with to make it a PG-13 rating, which I thought was pretty interesting. It was the first time they had ever done this in a movie, and watching it, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the PG-13 version, but since this release doesn't have that version on there, I can't really go back and see if it's noticeable. But just thought that was super interesting that they did that for the release. Obviously, it makes sense. They wanted to market this out so a lot more people could see the film. And on a $3 million budget, it did take home a little over $20 million at the box office, so it was a success. But anyway, as I mentioned, this was shot on IMAX. So there is no Dolby Vision on this, but man, this disc looks absolutely incredible in 4K, even without the Dolby Vision. So kudos to them for shooting on the IMAX cameras. It does have Dolby Atmos, but I'm kind of bummed I never saw this one in theaters. This would have been an awesome movie to see in theaters to really get that you know, aspect of being so high up. But either way, it looks great on 4K. Would highly recommend it if you are a fan of the film. And if you've seen the film, you know that they have a drone in the film. And I don't know why I didn't pick this up the first time I watched this, but I actually own the exact drone they used in the film. So I have it literally right here, and that is the Skydio drone. This is pretty much the exact one that they use in the film, and it's a super sick drone. In the film, they actually put a note right here, and then these batteries are magnetic, and they somehow just managed to get it there. I tried it with the piece of paper. It does work, so that was believable. This is the Skydio 2 Plus, actually. So without going straight into a drone commercial here, but this has a range of supposedly 3.7 miles. I never used it at that range before, but if anyone's looking for a drone, I would highly recommend this Skydio. It is super sick. It's a little pricey, but this is a follow you drone. So literally you do not need to control this drone at all. All you got to do is hold the beacon and this thing will follow you. You can control what angle it's at, whether it's behind you, whether it's in front of you, wherever. It is super sick. We use it all the time on the track with motorcycles. When you got a bunch of trees, it can get dicey. I have hit the power lines a couple of times with this thing. And this is not the first one that I had, so you can run into issues doing that. But if you have a wide open space, you do off-roading, or you just want to travel and see some cool pictures, highly recommend the Skydio drone. But yeah, it was just super funny to see that in the film. I'm like, hey, I have that drone. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there as an added bonus. But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts on the movie Fall, on Lionsgate Steelbooks. Are you a fan of this movie? Are you a fan of Steelbooks? Are you a fan of the Lionsgate Steelbooks? How could you not be? The price, the artwork, it's all there. Are you guys picking this up? I would highly recommend it if you're a fan of the film. Again, don't go in getting the unrated version thinking you're going to get a bunch more gore, a bunch of added scenes. There's none of that. Literally, it's just 30 F words. So that is my review / unboxing of the 4K Steelbook for Fall. I hope everyone's having a great day, and we will see you all in the next one.